Hey everyone, my name is Kyle. Welcome back to my channel. Hope you're having a lovely day. So today's video, I'm going to be answering a question that I've been receiving a lot on my social medias, and the question is, does manifestation work? And that's a very, very important question, and it's a very interesting question, and I love to answer this question. And I was going to make a short video about it, but I actually wanted to make maybe a little bit of a longer video that's a little bit more detailed response to this question, and I'm really excited to answer it. And before we get started with this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel with the notification button. Follow me on my social medias. They'll be linked in the description box down below. Also have a free manifestation cheat sheet guide, and it's available in the description box down below. If you're interested in this guide, I'm sharing with you my 34 tips of manifestation techniques that really helped me along my journey, because I know that there's a lot of manifestation techniques, information out on the internet, and a lot of it is very unclear, and it just involves a lot of work. And with manifestation, it's supposed to be fun. So I put together a fun little document that is free available, and it's going to really help you along the way and help you probably bring a lot of more clarity into what manifestation really is, and to help you with some techniques that will be fun, that will be useful to you. You might not have to really apply all 34 techniques, but there are 34 available to you, so you can not like one, there will be another one that you really enjoy. So let's get into this video. So does manifestation actually work? The answer to this is yes. It does actually work, but let's think about manifestation very different, because I know you guys want to manifest your desires, and you want everything to come to your life. You want to increase your quality of life. You want to be maybe and have a happier life. You want to have more things in your life. Maybe you want to switch jobs. Maybe you want a promotion in your job, and you just want to feel better about yourself. But with manifestation, it does have a little bit more of a magicalness about it that can really confuse a lot of people, because it's kind of like, well, manifestation, like what is this? Like, do I have like wave my wand and put something together, like a system I have to learn in order to get the things I want? And that doesn't sound like fun, to learn a system to get the things you want. It's not really that fun. But if manifestation just is basically creation, is creating the things you want in your life. And so I remember having a conversation with my friend about this, and they were having a hard time with life at the moment, and maybe they just had a lot of overcoming beliefs, a lot of limiting beliefs they had to overcome, and they were just telling themselves they're not really good enough. And I was mentioning manifestation, and they just kind of got lost with what I was saying to them. And they know I was saying great things, but they just didn't know what manifest really meant. And that kind of was like ding ding ding, ring bell, like all the bells was like a light bulb went off, and I was like, this is gonna really help a lot of people on the channel manifest their dreams and create anything that they want in their life. And so if you just take the word manifest and switch it to create, it's gonna help you along the way. And so if we change the question to does creation or create actually work? Yes, you are constantly creating on the regular basis. Every thought, feeling, emotion that you are experiencing and feeling and thinking of is coming into your life. And so what we want to do is use that manifestation stuff to our advantage, because of manifesting, you can actually manifest the wrong things. And maybe a majority of you guys are manifesting the wrong things, and you're wondering why you're receiving all these bad things or these negative things that you keep on complaining about. Well, this ends here, because I'm going to give you a little bit more of a clarity on that. So we want to create the things we want into our life. And when I explained to my friend, it was just like, it made a huge difference, because it's so interesting with just the word. That shift in the word can really change the outlook of the person's life, and everything gets locked into place. And they're like, yeah, that makes so much sense. I create everything I want. So we put together a list, a plan of what they can do to get the things in their life. And so with you guys, with manifesting and manifestation, I was sharing a lot of techniques on my channel. I will leave a link or a card up in the video about this. But they're all just specific techniques that will get you in the mode of creating the things you want in your life. And that's actually going to be, you're going to fall in love with manifesting when you think about it as creation. So I previously did a video of this, but I'll do another summary about my 5 tips of how you can really go about creating some things into your life. So we really want to be very clear and specific of our desires. And the reason why we want to do this is because we're adding a lot of details around our desires, and we're really honing in on exactly what we want to create for ourselves. We're not, if we're too general, the universe is kind of, our life, you can say, is just giving us stuff, thinking that because we've asked for it, we've with our words, we waved our magic wand, which is our words that are coming out of our mouth. That's our wand. If you think about it that way, it's going to be really, really fun that way. And so when we're too general, we don't even realize that we're actually creating things in our life because we're not really paying attention to our words that we're saying. So if we are specific on what we actually want to create, so if it's the amount of money we want to manifest, let's put a dollar sign down. Is it $10,000 a month? Is it $20,000? Is it $100,000? Is it $5,000? Let's put some specific details around that. If it is a specific person, let's talk about what they look like, their personality, their eye color, their body shape, how tall they are, profession-wise, family-orientated, the car they drive, what they smell like. Those things will actually add into the manifesting that specific person. And those are just the 2 examples I'm going to be giving in this video because I want it not to be too long. And the second way you can do this is to visualize your desires. So I say this a lot on the channel. Visualization is your bestie. I mean, I'm your bestie, but this is another best friend. And basically, we're going to use the power of our imagination to really hone in and really create a mental image of our manifestations. If visualization does not work for you at this moment, or is not working for the day or something like that, you're just having a hard time, just go with, how does this manifestation feel to you? How does it feel? Which, if you go off feeling, that also will help you manifest. You not necessarily have to visualize. I mean, if you're more, for me, I like a little bit more visualization. I like to tell myself a little bit a fun story about my manifestation and how it's going to come to me. And I don't control how it's supposed to come to me, but it's just a fun way I'm playing around with my manifestation is my visualization. But if you can go off feeling, that is okay for you. Some days it just visualization doesn't work, or you just don't have time. So just thinking about it, how it makes you feel, will also help you with that. And that kind of segues into tip number 3, is to believe and feel your desires. So I know this sounds really silly, but a lot of times when we're trying to manifest or create the things we want in our life, we don't necessarily believe that we can actually have it. And because we get limiting beliefs about ourselves that saying we can't have it, it's too big, who do you think you are? You get the self-doubt, the fear, any negative emotions around those desires and manifestations really bring you down, and you don't really believe in yourself because you have this false story about yourself. And if you really think about limiting beliefs, or just lies or fake stories about yourself, because really with beliefs, it's kind of, you're creating the story about yourself that you're constantly telling yourself. That's what really beliefs are. They're constant thoughts you think, and then you affirm them to be true. And usually with those thoughts, it really creates this story about yourself. So when it comes to limiting beliefs are just things that limit you from being who you are as a person, and evolving as a person, and your success as a person. And so when we get rid of those and really believe in ourselves that we're capable of creating the things we want in our life, it will change the game for you. And also, like I said, feeling those desires, and how does those desires and how does the creation of the things you want in your life, how does that going to make you feel? You're obviously going to feel very ecstatic, happy, enjoyment, enlightened, maybe even relief that this stuff is happening for you. Because you might feel stressed, and then when these things happen, you will feel a relief. And so that the stress is coming out of your body, and you feel an overcoming relief and this empowerment about yourself. And then tip number 4 is take inspired action. And I'm not sure how well you're into the law of attraction, but taking action is another buzzword. And it just really means putting in the hard work. That's just very real. There is, depending on what you're trying to create, there's always a little bit of energy and work that is required to create something. I don't really care what anyone else says about, oh, like, this doesn't take a lot of work. The fact that you have created a thought in your mind is work in a sense. It is energy that you've created. And some things just are more energy and take a little bit more time to create than others. That's just the fact of it, and that's just maybe my belief about it. But it'd be hard for you to transition from, say, working like a 9-to-5 job to having 100K business, or you're making $100,000 a month in a business. Within the next month, it's going to be really hard for you to transition, because you have your old habits and within like your nervous system, and you're adapting, you're changing into this new person, and that just takes time. And lastly, tip number 5 on how manifestation really will work is that you're going to let go of any circumstances, which just means that you're going to throw out all of the problems and all the things you're trying to do to get the manifestation. It happens to the best of manifestors, is that something happens, there's a belief that you didn't know that came up, and it's trying to get in the way of your desires, and you really just have to laugh at it. And because we're always trying to control, us humans are always trying to control how everything's just going to be brought to us, and that's the wrong way about it, because you're adding a lot of resistance and control around your desires. We really want to just enjoy the moment and just let go of the circumstances and how you're going to get it and the logistics around it and all this stuff. You're going to just throw it out the window, and you're just going to be present in the moment, and you're just going to enjoy every moment. You're going to work hard. You're going to put the work required to get the creation, and you're just going to have fun and be playful and put the imagination to work, and you're going to see it come forth and come together for you. In summary, does manifestation actually work? Yes. And this is very, very important, and that with manifestation, it's just about creation and creating the things you want in your life. And so in this video, I laid out 5 different steps, and you don't have to follow all these steps, but I think that you should follow all 5, because they all kind of intertwine with each other. And I feel like if you don't do any of these steps, it's not like you're not going to get your manifestation, but this really clears out all like negative thoughts or negative beliefs about yourself, and gets you into the fun, happy mode of creating the things you want in your life. Because I think that like people think that like life just always happens to them, and they just take no responsibility on what life really does for them. But the people that understand this stuff really get a hold of the reins, and they really decide on what they want for their life, and they get everything that they want in life because they've created it. They've put out the ideas, and they put in the hard work, and then they decided on what they wanted to create in their life, and they took full responsibility for that. So we have these tools available, we can use it to our advantage. And so we're manifesting regardless, even if we're in a bad mood or a good mood. So it's the power of our words are very, very important. And so use your words carefully, because it might bite you in the ass later on. And so especially if you're negative and you're complaining a lot, you're going to get a lot more things you're going to complain about. So, but we can use this to our advantage and make it our bestie. And so this is just the answer to, does manifestation actually work? And yes, it does. And if you like this kind of content, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button, you have any questions for me, leave it in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear from you. Follow me on my social medias. They'll be linked in the description box down below. And I also have that free manifestation cheat sheet guide. And on there is 34 tips that will help you with your manifestations. I give you manifestation techniques that worked for me, because I know when I first started, and I was just like you, where I was just wanted a better life for myself, and I just couldn't somehow put all the pieces together, and it was very like frustrating for me because I just wanted to do better for myself, and I just didn't know how. So this document that I provided you for free is really going to put all the pieces together, and you don't have to follow all 34 tips, but some stuff you might like, some you might not like. It's up to you on how you want to run your life, but these are my 34 of my favorite tips. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!